Hello my dear student, I am your science teacher and today we are going to start your next chapter, chapter 15, water. About 3/4 of the earth's surface is covered with water. Water is found in ponds, rivers, lakes and oceans. It is present under the ground and in glacier in the form of ice. In air, it is present in the form of water vapor. In ancient times, water molecule was considered an element, but now it has been discovered that is a compound of hydrogen and oxygen. Water form a large part of body weight of all living organisms. In fact, a person can live without food for several weeks, but without water, life cannot last for more than a few days. It means यदि कोई व्यक्ति भोजन नहीं खाता है या फूड नहीं प्राप्त करता है तो वो कुछ हफ्ते तक जी सकता है, लेकिन बिना पानी पिए, बिना वाटर को ड्रिंक किए हुए वो सिर्फ कुछ ही दिन जीवित रह सकता है. फ्रॉम द एबव एक्टिविटी you can estimate how much water is being used by a person every year. In fact, a large portion of water available for us is being wasted by the way we use it. For instance, bathing using a shower consumer more water than bathing using a bucket. Sources of water. Nature has provided us many sources of water. Although 3/4 of our planet is covered with water, but most of this water is saline and cannot be used for drinking or other activities. Water which is suitable for drinking is called potable water. There are mainly two types sources of water: surface water and groundwater. Surface water. It is the water which is present on the surface of the earth. Major sources of surface water are water bodies like river, lakes and ponds. When it rains, a part of rainwater runs along the surface of ground and goes into drain and then to pond, stream, rivers and lakes. Groundwater. Groundwater is present between the various layers of soil and impervious rock. When rain falls to the ground, a part of it shifts underground until reaches impervious rock. This collection of water is called groundwater. The level of groundwater is called water table. This water is free from impurities and it gets filtered through several layers of soil. Groundwater can be pumped out by tube well and hand pump, bore well and well. Water cycle. Do you know guys? Understood this chapter? Sources of water. There are two sources of water: surface water and groundwater. What is the meaning of surface water? Surface water means जब हम जैसे तालाब, रिवर्स, पॉन्ड्स, ये सारी चीज़ें जो होती हैं वो हमें पृथ्वी की सतह पे यानी कि अर्थ के सरफेस पे पाई जाती है तो उन्हें सरफेस वाटर कहते हैं. ग्राउंड वाटर क्या होता है? ग्राउंड वाटर वो होता है जो हमें पृथ्वी के अंदर यानी कि सॉइल के लेयर में प्राप्त होती है. वो कहाँ प्राप्त होती है हमें? जैसे हैंडपम्प, कुएँ, ये सारी चीज़ें जहाँ हमें ट्यूबवेल होता है, ये सारी चीज़ें जो हमें ग्राउंड वाटर से मिलती हैं उन्हें ग्राउंड वाटर कहते हैं. नेक्स्ट, वाटर साइकिल. वाटर इज सब्सटेंस दैट इज कैपेबल ऑफ एक्सिस्टिंग इन all the three states of matter. In solid state, in exist as ice of mountain. In liquid state, in exist as water in various reservoirs like ocean, river, ponds, lakes. In gaseous state, it exists as water vapor in the atmosphere. The change of the water from one state to another in nature take place all the time. This is called circulation of water in nature. The circulation of water from the surface of earth to the atmosphere and back to the earth is called water cycle. The process of water cycle help in balancing the amount of water both in the atmosphere and one of the earth's surface. Following steps are involved in water cycle. Evaporation and transpiration. What is the meaning of evaporation and transpiration? Water gets converted into water vapor during the process of evaporation. Evaporation of water takes place because the raise in the temperature of water due to the heat of the sun. Evaporation takes place even at the low temperature. The unused water present in plant is released into atmosphere in the form of vapor during the process of transpiration. Plant lose the water evaporation through the tiny pores called stomata present in their leaves. Evaporation and transpiration are therefore the two processes which add water continuously in the atmosphere. Second, formation of cloud or condensation. Air is warm near the ground surface, but the increasing height it becomes colder. Nearly a kilometers above the surface of the earth, it is cold enough for the water vapor to condense into droplet around air and dust particles. So air particles are laden with water vapor form clouds. Third, precipitation. The droplet in the cloud and extremely small. A large number of droplets combine the form of drop. When these droplets convert into drops, they fall downward. This falling of water drops from cloud is called precipitation. While falling in, if they meet hot air, they again get vaporized. But if they meet cold air or cold mountain, they fall as rain. Forests all attract rain because they are cool. In very high cloud, the droplet freezed into crystal of ice because it is very cold. These crystals fall as a snowflake. When they become heavy, sometimes droplets pass through a very cold layer of air and freeze into a hailstone. Fourth, runoff. Runoff. The water that falls as rain or snow return to the water bodies. A part of it goes into the ground. Some rainwater gets frozen on mountain during the cold water. It melts during summer and flows into the river and into seas and ocean. The water from water bodies like ocean, sea, river, lakes and ponds evaporating again. This goes through the repeated, thus the water cycle is nature goes on. Water as disaster. Water is very important for the survival of life, but its lack access both are harmful and can turn into disaster. Like drought and flood. Conservation of water. We know that only a small percentage of total available water is usable. So it is very important that use in with care and conserve into the future use. There are many ways by which can conserve water. Some of them are as follows. Use bucket for bathing instead of water of a shower. Use a mop of cleaning the floor instead of washing it. Wash vegetable and fruit in bowl of water instead of running tap. Repair all the leaky taps. Prevent overflowing of the water and overhead tank. Collect rainwater for gardening. Adopt water harvesting technique to reach groundwater. In washing clothes and untextile, avoid waste of water by running the taps. Rainwater harvesting. Collection of rainwater from the surface on which rain falls and storing it for the future use is called rainwater harvesting. The two ways of harvesting rainwater are surface runoff harvesting and roof rainwater harvesting. Surface runoff harvesting. In urban area, rainwater which falls off on the earth flows away into the drain and allowed to the flow into deep pits. From these pits, it reached into the ground and add to the groundwater. Second, rooftop rainwater harvesting. The rainwater falling on the roof of a building or house is allowed to the flow into a storage tank through pipes. This tank may be groundwater placed on the ground. This stored water can either to be used in activities such as watering plant or is allowed to flow into a deep pit in the ground so that is add to the groundwater. So, my dear student, this chapter is completed and we all know that water is most important in our life because without water is not possible in anything.